Samsung has not made that many friends with the introduction of their virtual personal assistant, Bixby. No, it's not that Bixby is a bad service or bad product. A lot of people within the Android community are just upset with the way Samsung has handled the whole process. This is mainly due to the dedicated Bixby button that we have on the side of the device. Now, whenever it first launched with the dedicated button, there were no ways to remap it, no ways to disable it, so there were a number of community developers that went out and made applications that let you remap this button to something else, like the Google Assistant or your favorite application or game or whatever. However, Samsung fought back with different updates, and they went back and forth in a cat and mouse game to prevent people from remapping this button basically the easy way. It's still remappable. We can still use this button for opening up certain applications or doing certain functions, but developers have had to take the long way around in order to do that. Now, the main issue people have had with this dedicated button, besides not being able to remap it, which basically shows that Samsung is trying to strong-arm people into using Bixby, is they originally prevented people from actually disabling the button entirely. This made a lot of people mad because they just weren't used to having a phone with 4 different hardware buttons on the side of the device. So a lot of times people would reach for a single button thinking it was the power button, and it would actually trigger Bixby. So with the release of the Galaxy S9 and Galaxy S9 Plus, Samsung compromised halfway to where they actually had a feature built inside the Samsung software that let you disable the Bixby button, meaning that whenever you pressed the dedicated Bixby button, nothing would happen. Now, we still could not remap it without using those applications again that had to take the long way around, but at least they let you disable it to prevent those accidental presses. Because again, most of the people that were complaining about the Bixby button were complaining about the accidental presses that would launch Bixby. Sadly, now with the Galaxy Note 9, they have removed the ability to disable the Bixby button from within the Samsung Experience software. However, again, Samsung has compromised in a way, as they believe they have solved the main issue that the majority of their customers have had with that button. I know for me personally, when I talk to people about why they dislike this button, sure, there are a lot of people who want the ability to remap it. They feel that is, their right to do whatever they want with the hardware they'd buy. But 9 times out of 10, it's just the issue of accidental presses. They accidentally pressed that button, so that launches Bixby. Then they have to tap the home button to go back to the home screen and go about their day. So Samsung's compromise with the Galaxy Note 9, again, sadly, we cannot disable it from within Samsung's own software, but there is a way to prevent those accidental launches of Bixby with the single press. So that's what I want to show you how to do today. I know there will be plenty of complaints and plenty of people who will feel that this is not enough, and I personally agree. I like Android because of because of the customization options that we have, that we can just do virtually anything with the hardware that we're given as long as we have the software that supports it. However, let's go through Samsung's way of preventing those accidental launches of Bixby with the single press of the Bixby button. To do that, of course, we need to go ahead and launch Bixby. Now, if this is the first time you have opened up Bixby, then you're going to get a whole setup process. Once we get through that setup process, then once you open up Bixby by pressing this button, then you're going to get this screen. From here, we want to tap on the three-dot menu up at the top right. And then we're going to tap on the settings command. Now right here in the middle, you can see we have a Bixby key menu option. And by default, it is set to press once to open up Bixby. So now that you see where things are going, Samsung's compromise to the people complaining about Bixby being opened by accidentally pressing that button was to add an option to make people press that Bixby button twice in order to open up their own virtual assistant. Kind of like you can press the power button twice to open up the camera. Samsung felt this was a compromise for their customers to prevent those accidental launches of Bixby, again with a single press of the button. Once you have selected that press twice option, you can go ahead and tap the home button to go back to the home screen. Now, if we accidentally press or just a single press of that Bixby button, then nothing happens. For the most part, this is going to be enough. The casual user of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 will be happy with this. Not happy. They'll be content with this solution. They can still accidentally press that button whenever they go to grab their phone, or maybe they think that it's the power button, and nothing will happen. You actually have to press that button twice fairly quickly in order to open up Bixby. So for the most part, that will resolve the issue that many people have had. Now, again, there will still be people who will want to remap that button. There will still be people who want to disable it completely. And I will be going over both of those options in future tutorials on my website, AndroidExplained.com. For now, I just wanted to start small and show you what Samsung's solution was for the complaints they were receiving about the accidental press of the Bixby button and opening up Bixby whenever they actually did not want to. So that is how to resolve this issue on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9.